Okay, welcome back to another AoE 2 game between MichaelPick and Goob. So for this one we have a best of 5 and both players are going for random civs and we're here on Arabia. So for MichaelPick, looks like he got the Incas. So Incas, an infantry civ, they do get extra population from their houses, so you can work that into your build orders from the start. As we see some aggressive scout play right off the bat. Also for the Incas, you can actually use some of those blacksmith infantry upgrades to kind of buff your villagers a bit. So not a civ we see typically from MichaelPick, but he's going up against Goob today in the pink. So Goob, actually playing as the Persians, has already deleted his town center. So the thing with Persians is that they actually get double the hit points in their town centers. So Goob has deleted his town center and moved forward, but doesn't have enough wood to build his second town center. So Goob, with everything he's got, is actually now moving to wood, trying to get enough wood to build that town center. Yeah, could have been really bad timing for MichaelPick if it was that early, but I think I don't think it would actually be even possible to get it that early, just because you need that. I think it's 275 wood to build the town center. So yeah, Goob will just chop wood, and that's these are all of his villagers here right now. Meanwhile, MichaelPick looks like a fairly standard start. He'll try to pick off Goob's scout. Yeah, MichaelPick, a little bit of a far wood line. Maybe could have gone for this front one a little easier, but also might lose this Vil. He will. So some struggles early, and here comes Goob. Now MichaelPick won't be able to see this until it starts firing on his town center. So obviously an extremely aggressive game plan for Goob, but with the Persians you're able to do this. So the question here obviously will be, what is the response from MichaelPick? And then for Goob, you relocate your town center, then what? What's the next set of options from there? So we'll get this town center up. MichaelPick will see it. Lose a couple of his sheep, his goats here, and it's on. What do you do in this situation if you're actually either player? What are the next steps? So for MichaelPick, going through his typical build, he's only on the first, the first elephant or boar. Hasn't gotten the second. Obviously does not have the food to go up to feudal. He could put all of his villagers in the town center and start firing back, but with all of the health in the Persians' town center, you're not going to be able to fight this at all. I think he knows this, and is just going to continue on with his build and try to get the food enough to go up to the feudal age. The issue there obviously is you need a town center to go up. So, are you going to try and get it in and hope that it actually, hope that you can actually get up age in time? A little bit of aggressive Eagle Scout play here. Yeah, probably not worth it. Not worth the time. He distracted Goob's town center. So Goob got some houses back here. The lumber can't be used here, but everything now is here for Goob. We have. He'll have a few in the town center. He'll have to keep firing at his opponent's town center, but with 5 there, 4 outside, 9 total. This is all of his production as well. So Goob obviously would not be looking to go up to the feudal age. He's hoping for some problems being caused for MichaelPick and maybe try to end the game here early in the Dark Age. So MichaelPick loses the town center. Now what? So it looks like he will go ahead and build it out here. And we'll look at his resources. He does have enough food to go up to the feudal age. So I think that's probably the correct response at this point. Still got 5 on food out here. He'll be able to collect wood and gold there under the town center. So yeah, if we look at villager count, Goob doing a good job at getting vills working. And then he's really not that far behind, even with how aggressive he was in the Dark Age. It's really a high risk, high reward type of strategy to try to town center drop your opponent, but obviously can be extremely distracting, to say the least, for the opponent. So the key here really from this point forward is who can remain calm and continue to produce villagers and move forward in the game. But MichaelPick will have a slight advantage here, already going up to feudal. He'll also build a secret barracks up here. So he does know that the lumber camp's here. He's probably expecting there to be vills here that he could pick off. But as far as vision, as far as vision goes for him, he goes up to feudal age. He sees, obviously, he just got attacked by this town center, but that's all he sees. He really doesn't know what Goob has. Yeah, probably hoping for a few vills far enough away from the town center that he could potentially pick those off. But yeah, Goob, as we know, is really good at building up his economy. And it looks like MichaelPick is going to try to tower rush the outside with 2 vills. So yeah, all of a sudden Goob in kind of a tight spot. And here comes some Eagle Scouts from MichaelPick. So the tables will be flipped a bit, and Goob will have to respond to some tower pressure from MichaelPick once this goes up. Yeah, an interesting response from MichaelPick. He'll also build a market. Eventually he will run out of food here, start to have to build farms. He's only got 5 on wood, and collecting gold now as well. The tower goes up, starts to shoot at Goob's villagers. Not too much of an issue though for him at this point. they'll just be able to move over. So it looks like the Eagle Scout for MichaelPick went to that wood line, saw that nobody was there, and now I'm sure realizes that everybody is here at home, or at least at his new home for Goob. Goob will drop a barracks. Needs some kind of military to deal with towers, as well as the scouts now for MichaelPick. And MichaelPick, almost up to 800 food, is going to run out of the berry bushes, move to stone. We got 3 farms at home, so we'll be able to get over that 800 food point if he wanted to go up to castle. So now if you're Goob, you have to branch out a little bit. You have to get outside the protection of your town center. But towers, Eagle Scouts, all around the outside. You should be able to take care of that one, but yeah, we'll go ahead and mine that gold. Looking for wood. This wood line is getting attacked. An odd situation for both players. MichaelPick now having to build houses, but both players now moving up in villager production. But Goob has basically caught up with his one town center. So part of that would be just from MichaelPick losing some of that time to get up to feudal age, but Goob able to keep up villager production while fighting off Eagle Scouts. Really impressive. He's starting to build up here. And really starting to build up this economy to be able to stay in this game after being so aggressive. So I guess really the question is, was the aggression worth it at the beginning? Hard to say at this point, but if you're able to come back and build up your economy and grow your forces at the same time, as we have some militia coming up trying to fight an Eagle Scout, trying to take the higher ground, and we'll fight the Vills here. Smart by Goob. He knew MichaelPick was going to be on stone somewhere because he's building all these towers. So now you have some fighting up here. Let's see if the Vills can take the militiamen. And Vills moving out while the towers go up. If MichaelPick saw that, then yeah, it looks like he did. He's going to send an Eagle Scout out. And wow, the 1 health stone miner will survive. And now starts to attack the villagers on wood up here in the corner while dropping more towers. Getting to be pretty dangerous now for Goob. He's going to be kicked out of that gold mine as well. Losing a few vills in the process. Yeah, not looking good for him at this point. He'll continue to try to fight these Eagle Scouts. Able to fend off that one. But now the villager count really not looking good for Goob, as MichaelPick will just divert his tower rushing to these vills. Goob will see it. He'll bring the vills over. No loom vills probably aren't going to be able to stop this, though, especially with the tower back in defense, and Goob will call it. Crazy game, quick game, but yeah, if you do get Persians drawn, that's always an option in your back pocket. You can drop that town center almost immediately and cause some early game pressure. Good response, though, from MichaelPick. I think just staying calm and rebuilding his town center away and going up to feudal age allowed him just to be able to continue to produce and Get some of the scouts and towers out. Crazy game. So we'll go to game 2 of this best of 5 between these two players in their random series.